Why should people of faith, communities of faith, get involved in policy issues?
I firmly believe that religion and science should really walk hand in hand and shoulder to shoulder.
The role of religion in our world is very important.
Religion is not separate from life.
I think those of us who are gathered here right now in Brasilia know that in all of our faith traditions, there is a demand, there is an imperative that we create a world where everyone has enough, a world where no one is left behind.
I think something that many faith traditions bring is both an abundance mindset instead of the scarcity and competitive mindset, as well as really innovative and proactive solutions.
This is a G20 format, which recognizes that the world is changing, that recognizes that the configuration of countries that are in a position to shape policy solutions is changing. And that if you want to have a conversation that is about the changing rules of how we govern the world, a set of rules that must by design no longer reflect a limited set of cultural, social, and inevitably religious experiences, that you're going to need to widen the table in terms of the voices that are involved.
If 8 out of 10 people feel connected to a religious tradition, it is very important to tap into this potential.
Just think about this. There are well over 10 million houses of worship, religious hospitals, religious schools, all across the globe. Way over 10 million of them. Imagine if every one of them adopted sustainable energy policies, recycled their goods, purchased recycled goods, planted trees, educated their members what they could do to be responsible in terms of protecting the environment, mobilize their billions of adherents to speak out on these issues and demand that their governments engage in policies aimed at protecting God's creation. What an enormous impact that could have.
The role of religion in our world is very important. It means listening to every voice, which means having a G20 of interfaith voices that listens to the values of religions, the stewardship of the earth.
Religious communities are an integral part of solving most of the global challenges that we face today. They are voices of moral authority within their communities. They call us to respond ethically to the challenges of our time, but they also possess enormous capacities to bring to bear on these challenges themselves. Faith-based organizations are highly professionalized in many cases. They have resources and experience. Faith-based communities have often been in local sites around the world long before a disaster happens. They are always on the front lines of providing relief in the face of those disasters, and they are the ones who will be around long after the disaster ends and long after the international donor community moves on to whatever disaster we're facing next. So from the point of view of resilience, from the point of view of sustainability, religious communities and religious actors are vital parts of the solution.
Faith groups, faith leaders can play this role of mobilizing resources or playing the leadership role of bringing those resources together and distribute them.
It's our religions that give us our values, our ethics, our priorities, our way of understanding.